Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and today I am going to be teaching you how to paint watercolor mistletoe. Let's get started. To start, we are going to sketch out some guidelines for our mistletoe. So what you're going to do is start with your pencil and just very lightly kind of create a loose, not really squiggly, but not completely straight line, not all the way down, but about maybe an inch from the edge of your paper. And then going back to that original line, kind of branch off toward the right, and you want to stop a good ways up from where you last left. And then we're going to go farther down that main line, and then we're going to branch off with a loose line, and we're going to have that one go a little bit longer than our second line, but not all the way down to the first one. And then we're going to do one more little branch, and we're going to come down the center and then just branch out the side like that. And then we are going to have a bow at the top, so I'm just going to lightly draw that in. Perfect. All right, this is going to be very easy. So now all that we have to do is take our round brush, and we are going to be using a nice bluish green paint. So you want it to be in between really light and really dark, so it's just a nice medium mixture. And we're just going to start adding circular leaves to our stem line, and we're going to connect them as we go. So I'm going to start with the middle one, and you want the end to just be rounded, like that. We're going to add our berries in after our leaves are in place. So I'm going to just come up here, the tip of my brush, and I'm going to connect these two. Just going to work my way down. I'm going to add another leaf. And you do not have to worry about making these perfectly oval shapes. Leaves are very naturally uneven, messy, so you really can just have fun making this a loose painting. And then I'm going to go in, I'm just going to drop some darker pigment just to give that a fun bleed. I'm going to mix together a little bit more paint. So I'm just mixing together a blue, a green, and a little bit of Payne's Gray. Just so you know the colors I'm mixing together to get this tone, but you can use any green that you have, especially if you're just practicing. But I think the bluish green really gives it that Christmassy feel. So we're going to come off over here. I'm going to make a really thin leaf, kind of more like it's on its side. Do the same thing with that one. And here I'm going to make it more of a oval like we have been doing. And then I'm going to come to the main line, just going to follow that up, blend those together a little bit more. Then I'm going to do one right off the edge. And then I'm just going to kind of work my way back up to the top. So you're just having a small point at the base, like the stem, and then you're circling it out at the end. Make this one a little bit thinner, just to give it some dimensions, something different. Right, and then we are going to do the same thing, and we're going to do it to the outer stems that we created. So as I'm going, I'm creating more paint, so it's okay if your every single leaf isn't the exact same color as the one you started with. I come over here, and then I'm going to follow that stem down with the tip of my brush. And then I'm going to start at the edge like I did down here, and I'm going to work my way back up. So point, and then it's going to go into a circle. This is a very easy and fun watercolor Christmas card that you can make anybody, and they will be very impressed with what you've done with your watercolor skills. Just great practice for color control, water control, and it's just a lot of fun. Who doesn't like making Christmas cards? Right here, I'm going to do a really thin one just because it's kind of coming off of this one a little differently. And then right here, I'm going to make it look like it was underneath this one right here. So it just kind of goes behind it. And that leaf already dried, so I don't have to worry about it bleeding in, but it's okay if it does. Right, and then we're going to go down this one stem, and then we're going to go back in and add our berries. So I'm just going to be careful not to touch the wet side. I'm using just the tip of my brush and bringing it down. And then I'm going to go to the tip again and work up. It's okay to do tiny little blooms like a leaf is about to form. Do a thin leaf here. And then this leaf is going to kind of hide behind that one right there. I'm going to do one here. I feel like this one was looking a little bit thin, a little neglected compared to the other ones that I was creating. And then one more thin one right there at the top. All right, and then I'm gonna, while I still have the green paint, I'm gonna come up here because there is gonna be a stem above our tie. So our tie and our berries are gonna be the same color. So we are gonna let these leaves dry, and then we're gonna add our red berries. All right, so now all of our leaves have completely dried, so we're just gonna go back in with a little bit of red paint, and we are going to add our berries. So I've already sketched out on a separate sheet of paper just a rough sketch of my painting, and I already have in place where I wanted my berries. So you can just follow along with me, or you can look at the painting afterwards to see where I put them, or you can just look for spots that seem like they need some color to you and add the berries there yourself. So I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna add right there, and then I'm gonna leave a little bit of white space just to give my berry a little bit of a natural light. It's not going to be really big, but it is, I do want it there just so it's not a complete red ball. And it's okay to go to overlap your leaves. There's our first little cluster of berries. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to have some little stems. And a little bit darker pigment. And then I'm just going to add another one. I did not like that red stem at all. Excuse me. Right. I'm going to add just one up here. So just really have fun with this section of it. The greatest thing is knowing when to stop with your berries and not just keep adding them everywhere. Right, we're just going to add a couple more. One up here. I think I'm going to add two right here. And there we go. And now we can go in with the same color. We're going to use the tip of our brush. And we are going to paint in our Christmas bow. And just like that. Lastly, to finish off our mistletoe painting, we are going to splatter paint all over our painting, but we are going to cover up our mistletoe for the most part so that it doesn't get completely splattered. So I'm just taking some paper towel and I'm going to place it over the mistletoe. And then I'm going to take a lot of water and paint on my round brush. And then I'm just going to tap all around, getting my entire page. And then I'm going to move my paper towel. And then where I see some dead space, I'm just going to do little tiny dots to fill that in. Just a little bit. And down here I feel like it needs a little more, so I'm going to take a little bit more on my brush and then just very closely to the painting I'm going to splatter. Do that a little bit up here. And you can see how my mistletoe didn't really get a lot of splatter on it, but it's completely around the painting. And that is it. That is your watercolor mistletoe, perfect for a Christmas card to give this holiday season.
Hey everyone, thanks for painting with me today. I hope you found this watercolor Christmas card tutorial helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you'd like any extra detail on this painting, head over to my blog, Reflecting Creation. Over there I will have the specific paint colors I used, as well as all the supplies that I used for this painting. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.